Berberine plus GLP-1 for easier fat loss after 40. The information shared in this video is purely for educational purposes and should never replace professional medical advice. Before we get started, make sure you stay with me all the way to the end, because I've got a free bonus waiting for you that can really level up your results. With that said, let's jump right in. If you're over 40 and tired of doing everything right, but still fighting stubborn belly fat, blood sugar swings, cravings that hit out of nowhere, and energy that crashes by mid-afternoon, this video is for you. Today we're breaking down how berberine and GLP-1 medications might work together, or against each other, so you can stop guessing and start using these tools more strategically. Stay with me, because in a minute I'll explain one timing mistake that quietly sabotages a lot of people without them realizing it. Meet Lisa. She's 44, lives in Phoenix, works full-time, and spent years in the diet, regain, repeat cycle. About 8 months ago, her doctor started her on a GLP-1 medication, Wegovy. Her appetite dropped, portions shrank, and for the first time in a long time, the scale finally moved. Then a friend told her about berberine and called it nature's Ozempic. Lisa started wondering if adding berberine would speed things up, or if she was about to create a problem her doctor never signed off on. She was hopeful but nervous about making the wrong move. If that feels like you, curious, hopeful, but cautious, this video is going to help you get much clearer. Here's what we're going to walk through: what berberine actually is, and why it matters more after 40. What GLP-1 meds are really doing in your body, where berberine and GLP-1s can support each other, and where they can clash. The lifestyle basics that quietly make both work better, and when to slow down, ask questions, and involve a qualified provider. Let's start with the foundation. Pillar 1. What is berberine and why does it matter after 40? Berberine is a natural plant compound found in herbs like barberry and golden seal. One of the most important things it does is activate something called AMPK. Think of AMPK as a master switch that tells your cells to use fuel more efficiently. When that switch is on, your body often responds better to insulin, uses glucose more effectively, and may show improvements in blood sugar and some blood fats. For a lot of people, that looks like steadier energy and fewer big highs and lows. Here's why this matters after 40. Insulin sensitivity tends to drop, metabolism slows, the liver can become less efficient at handling sugar and fats. Berberine appears to support several of those weak spots at once, helping create a more friendly environment for fat loss and blood sugar stability. Remember, berberine is a supplement, not a prescription drug. That means dose, quality, and timing are not standardized. That becomes really important when you bring GLP-1 medications into the mix. Pillar 2. What do GLP-1 medications actually do? GLP-1 is a hormone your gut naturally releases after you eat. It helps tell your pancreas to release insulin, signal your brain that you're full, slow how quickly food leaves your stomach. Medications like semaglutide, Ozempic, and Wegovy amplify those signals. For many people, that means much lower appetite, better blood sugar control, and meaningful fat loss when paired with realistic habits. Here's what most people don't realize. GLP-1s don't just act on the gut. They influence brain reward circuits, some inflammation pathways, and aspects of heart health. So they're not just diet shots, they're powerful systemic tools. The truth is, GLP-1 medications work best when they're supporting solid habits, not replacing them. Eating in a way that steadies blood sugar, moving your body, and respecting sleep and stress gives these meds a much better environment to work in. Before we talk about combining them with berberine, if you're finding this helpful and you're over 40 navigating metabolism, hormones, and energy, do me a quick favor. Tap like and hit subscribe. It tells YouTube this content matters and helps me keep making it free for you. Now let's get into the combination everyone's talking about. Pillar 3. Berberine and GLP-1s together. Smart tool or bad mix? On paper, the combo looks appealing. Both berberine and GLP-1s support better insulin sensitivity, help smooth out blood sugar swings. Some early research suggests berberine might even support your body's own GLP-1 activity. So it's easy to see why people think, if one helps, Both together must be even better. Here's the part most people miss. When you stack two tools that lower blood sugar, especially while eating less, you can overshoot. If your GLP-1 is suppressing appetite and your calories drop, then you add berberine on top. Your blood sugar can dip lower than your body likes. For some people, that means shakiness, dizziness, brain fog, or just feeling off. Then there's the gut. GLP-1s commonly cause nausea, bloating, constipation, or slower digestion. Berberine can also cause digestive upset, especially if taken on an empty stomach or at higher doses. Combine them randomly, and you can end up miserable, not sure which one is causing the issue. This is where timing and strategy matter. Many people tolerate berberine better when they take it with meals instead of on an empty stomach. Starting at a low dose and increasing gradually gives your system time to adapt. And a key principle: avoid starting both at the same time. Add one change, stabilize, then consider the other under guidance so you can tell what's doing what. We'll turn this into simple what to do next in a second. First, we need to talk about the layer that multiplies the impact of both: your daily habits. Pillar 4. The lifestyle layer that makes everything work better. This is where people often tune out, but after 40, this is where your real leverage is. Sleep first. If you're consistently getting less than 7 hours, your stress hormone cortisol stays higher, hunger signaling gets thrown off, and insulin doesn't work as well. That means both berberine and GLP-1s are fighting an uphill battle. Building a simple, consistent sleep routine is one of the highest return habits you can create. Next, gentle movement. You don't have to hammer yourself in the gym. A 10-minute walk after meals can noticeably improve how your body handles blood sugar. 2 days a week of light resistance training helps you preserve muscle, which keeps your metabolism more resilient, while appetite and calories drop on GLP-1s. Then your nervous system. Staying in chronic fight or flight mode keeps cortisol high, pushes more sugar into your bloodstream, and encourages fat storage around the midsection. Simple nervous system tools, like a few minutes of slow breathing with longer exhales or a short wind-down ritual at night, can shift your body into a state where healing and fat loss are more likely. Finally, your internal clock, or circadian rhythm. Getting morning daylight, putting more of your calories earlier in the day, and avoiding very heavy late-night meals supports hormones and blood sugar in ways that make both berberine and GLP-1s more effective. Now, let's talk about when to hit pause and bring in a pro. Pillar 5. When to be cautious, and why your provider matters. Berberine is natural, but it isn't neutral. It can interact with medications by affecting how your liver processes them. If you're already on a GLP-1, you're under a provider's care, and that person needs to be part of this conversation. Instead of guessing, bring it up directly. Share what you're considering. Ask how it might interact with your current meds and labs. Ask what signs to watch for if you do try it. Many metabolic and functional medicine providers are familiar with berberine now. This is not a strange question. You deserve tailored guidance for your specific situation. It's also important to say, berberine is not for everyone. Certain medical conditions, pregnancy, and specific medications can make it a no or not without supervision. Let's circle back to Lisa. Instead of grabbing a random bottle and hoping for the best, she talked with her functional medicine doctor. Together, they chose a low starting dose of berberine with meals and gave it a few weeks before adjusting. At the same time, she committed to a short after-dinner walk, a simple bedtime routine, and one stress management practice she could actually maintain. Over time, her blood sugar readings steadied, her afternoon crashes became less frequent, and she felt more like herself. Some of the GI issues that showed up when she first started Wegovy eased as she adjusted timing, food choices, and stress. Not every story will look exactly like Lisa's, but her results weren't luck. They were layered, intentional choices. Remember, you're not just chasing a number on the scale. You're rebuilding the environment inside your body after 40. More stable blood sugar, better sleep, lower inflammation, steadier energy throughout the day. Berberine and GLP-1s can both be part of that picture. Your habits are what tie it all together. And working with a qualified provider gives you a safety net as you experiment. You stayed all the way to the end, which tells me you're serious about this. If these videos help you connect the dots with your health, the best way to say thanks is to tap like and subscribe. It tells YouTube this content matters and helps me keep making it free for you. Check the description by clicking the More button twice on your screen to grab your free Keto ebook and watch your next must-watch video. Or just click it here on your screen. This will kickstart your health journey today and skyrocket your chances and your results. Don't miss out. Your support means a lot. Thank you for watching.